Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, the True Vine Connection channel. My name is Kim and I'm glad that you are able to come and spend some time with us on today. On today, we are going to do a page in our What True Love Is art journal, and our page today is going to be based on the scripture from the Bible, Matthew 5:16. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Okay, so as per usual, I have painted and cut out image from a coloring book, and these are some candles. I painted them and I Mod Podged them, cut them out, and they're drying, but the ends of these are curling up. Okay, and these are some hearts that were on another picture, and I'm going to add them. You'll see what I'm going to do with them. Okay, so I got all my stuff gathered here together, and we are going to get started. Before we get started, I have my bubbly water. I like the grapefruit flavor one is my favorite one. So let me pour that into my cup over my ice. It is not as hot as it had been. We're probably like about 78 or 9 degrees right now, which is wonderful compared to being in the 90s, but I'm not complaining about none of it because I am just glad to be here and glad to have me a nice cool drink. Okay, so here is our page that we are going to work on, and I've already glued, well, I call myself gluing 2 pages together. We'll add a little bit more glue. I wanted to put 2 pages together so that I have a nice thickness, so in case our paints bleed through. And then I put some parchment paper under that. Okay, I'm going to use some watercolor, and I don't know if you can see, there are 2 different blues in this watercolor kit, and I'm gonna excuse me, do my background blue, and there are 2 in this kit, a darker and a lighter one. So we're going to see which one works the best, and I guess I'm going to use one of these 2 brushes. I don't know. This is a new one. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to wet it and see what happens. So I'm going to start at the top of my page with a darker blue and see how that works. And I'm right here in this blue, the darker one, and let me get it. I don't know if this is the right brush to be doing this with. It might work better when I get down to the lighter colors, but let me try this other brush here. See if it works a little better. Yeah, I think this one works better. I hope all of you have had a good day. Today is Sunday, and it's actually Sunday evening. I've had a good day. I went to church today, and went to the grocery store, picked up a few fruits and vegetables, came home, made me a nice salad, and had leftovers with my salad. And now it's evening, and I knew I wanted to do this evening, so that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to this supposed lighter color of blue, and we're gonna go, well, it's not that so much that it's lighter, but well, it is a little lighter. We'll see how this turns out. And I guess I can add more water to help lighten it up some more. Alrighty, I'm gonna go back into this darker blue at the bottom. Gonna see if we come up with a masterpiece or not. I'm sure you guys know by now I am not an artist. I just like doing this. It's fun for me. I want to go in the center part and try to make it a little bit lighter. Well, I don't think I'm doing that. Let me see if I can tap out some of that. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do now. Maybe, let me see if I add a little white. Will that lighten it up a little bit? My workspace over here, where I'm at right now, is very tight. So, okay. We are going to let this dry, and then I will be right back. Okay, so our page is nice and dry. And now we are going to put our image down. And we take these off. And, you know, I've said time and time again, if you're using Mod Podge, well, anyway, even once we paint this background, we need to spray it with some holding spray that you use on your hair. That is going to help seal whatever medium that you use, paint, marker or whatever, pencil or whatever, so that if you try to layer something else on top of it, it won't get it all muddy and make it move, you know, move the paint around. Also, when we use Mod Podge or anything like that, it's good to spray that as well, because it takes the tackiness from it, so it's not sticky once it's dried. This is, I don't know if you can see this, but this right here is some paper that stuck to this because I forgot to spray this. I sprayed these other pieces but forgot to spray this, and it was dry, but because of the heat and humidity, another little piece of paper stuck to it. So there's that. So now we know why it's so important to spray our work. So I'm going to spray this, and then we're going to glue down our image. Okay, so let's see, where do we want to put this? I'm kind of thinking I want to put it over here. And let me move this up so you can see. I'm going to try to get it all in the frame. So I'll put it here, and then can write out our verse over here on this side. So let's turn her over, and got my Mod Podge here, and I'm using the, I told y'all I use the brush that comes from these paint kits, children's paint palettes. I use these little brushes for my glue because they are not good for painting. I really do need to figure out what some of these brushes are used for the different types of paints that I use too, because just like when we were painting our background, I think, let me not say I know, I believe that synthetic brushes are best for watercolors. I don't know. And I am going to get this information together, and once I find out, I will share that with you guys, unless you who are watching already know, and then you can school the rest of us. On what types of brushes are used for what types of paints, acrylics and watercolors and oil paints and all of that. I love to go to the art museum and look at I like looking at all the art, and I especially like oil paintings. I don't know, it's that texture, to see that texture there. There's something about that I really, really like. The only thing is, and I don't know that oil paints smell like they used to. Someone is going down the street on a motorcycle, so if you heard that, that's what that noise was. Alrighty. Let's turn this over and place it there. Oops. A little in. Okay, we probably got to still go under here and make sure that all our edges are down good. Alrighty, I'm gonna go over that and then I'll be back. Okay, so I was trying to find me a pencil. I did have another mechanical pencil that had a thicker lead than this one, but I don't really like using mechanical pencils, and this one doesn't seem to want to work. So found me a pencil. I've already sharpened it, but for those who don't know how to sharpen a pencil without a pencil sharpener, you can use a box cutter or knife that is sharp. Go away from yourself and just it goes kind of fast, so keep your fingers out the way, and if children are watching, don't do this. Let an adult do it for you. Sharpen your pencils. Doesn't take a long time, but anyway, I'm working in such a tight spot. But you can get your, I think you kind of get the idea. Just go at the end of the wood, and before you know it, there you go. You can make it a lot sharper than that if you want to. But anyway, pencil sharpening 101. Let's get back to what we're doing though. Okay, so let's write our words, and then I'm gonna go over it with a marker. And excuse my handwriting. Let your light so shine before men that they might see your good works and glory. Oh boy. One moment. Okay. I made a mistake. I'm writing everything so small right here, and I actually wanted to write it so it would go around here, and I caught myself. So I erased everything, and then I went back and painted it in, and hopefully we can get it right this time. And I'm glad that I'm starting it with pencil and not with my Sharpie or something else. Okay, so let's start again. Let your light so shine before men that they will see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Okay, and that's Matthew 5:16. Okay, now I'm gonna go back over this with my, let's see how it'll do with this ink pen.